Doing
Uh,
really good.
Congratulations on everything you do. I've always, we've talked in the past, many times, but I've never really congratulated you on one of my favorite films, which is My Dog Skip. I
Oh,
watch that
nice.
every
Thank
year.
you.
What a
Thank you.
tremendous.
Thank you. You know, it's funny because that was one of the first kind of bigger movies I did. You know, I'd done a bunch of TV movies and stuff. I had started Malcolm before My Dog Skip actually premiered, but that's one of those that like I always look back at, and I'm so proud to have been a part of that movie because it just is a great movie, and I'm just excited to be a part of it.
When people ask me what my favorite films are, I always include that because it's such a touching and wonderful film.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for that. That's awesome.
And of course, Malcolm in the Middle and everything else you do, and the voice work is just amazing. I come from a family of voice actors, and it's incredible how you can bend your voice.
Well, I try, but I mean, I always enjoy doing like voiceover work. I think it's the most fun to see yourself like you get to play a character that you for sure can never play. Like, I played a zebra and weird things, but I don't know. I just really enjoy it because you can really kind of try anything, and sometimes it works just hearing your voice and not necessarily seeing your face.
And now the Surreal Life is coming back on VH1, and it's exciting. It's a kind of a crazy, kooky show, isn't it?
It is, definitely, I remember it from, the early 2000s when it first premiered, it being kind of that first time that you saw celebrities put into a house together. It really kind of, I think, opened the doors for what we see a lot of now, what I mean? A lot of celebrity based reality shows. I can't lie that I wasn't a little nervous going into the house, just not knowing what to expect, not knowing what they were going to have us do, who were my roommates going to be. And it was definitely nerve wracking, but I'm happy I did it. And I'm very excited to see what gets shown on TV. I have no idea what the show is going to end up being.
Well, of course, that kind of television is I mean, it's real. I mean, it's as it's happening, and it's not even improv, really. It's just life in front of a camera.
It is, and we had cameras everywhere, rolling 24/7, microphones everywhere, so they could pick up everything. We thought we were being sneaky at times, like, oh, like, talking, and bam, the cameras would be there. We're like, dang, we thought we found a corner that they couldn't see us, but no, they can find you. So, in that sense, when there's really no way to hide anything, they get all the emotions of every event. You know what I mean? The
Wow.
good, the bad, the crazy, things that you wouldn't have expected to happen in the house happened. You know what I mean? And I can tell you that there was nothing on this show. Like I said, I don't know what is going to air yet. I
Yeah.
get to see it for the first time when everyone does. But stuff that happened on the show that you know can't be made up. You know what I mean? And I think I hope people enjoy it because it was definitely a surreal experience. I'll say that.
Do you walk out of something like that with good friendships? I mean, did you make friends with some of these people still in touch?
I did. It's funny because you go into the house and you go like, man, I hope there's someone that
Mhm.
you know we can connect or whatever. And I did have that. Literally 10 minutes into the house, me, Manny MUA, and Kim Coles, kind of an interesting group there, but we became ultra close. And nobody wanted the bedroom with three beds, right? And nobody wants to have the room with three beds. And we were like, we'll take it because we had this little connection. We called ourselves the Sober Three, S3 is our nickname, because we were the only ones in the house. Not to say only, I mean, I guess that's half the cast almost that doesn't drink or anything like that. So we were like, we know there will be no drama in our room, but we ended up becoming so close. And I'm so happy I had them on the show because through some of the difficult times, we could really kind of stick together, and they definitely helped me. And I know I helped them get through the crazy experiment that the show is.
It's a bit voyeuristic, but I think we're all in the same, kind of boat if we're
Yeah.
thrown into a situation like that, especially, when you don't know anybody.
I think what I learned about the show, or the going through this, is your experience is 100% dictated by the other people in the house.
Hmm.
Meaning, you change one person or you bring in one other kind of personality and it changes the entire dynamic in a good way and maybe in a bad way. You know what I mean? So, I thought it was pretty interesting, the experience that we had. There was a lot of amazing, amazing things that we got to do. And, I look back and I go, it was one of the coolest experiences of my life, but I won't lie that it was also crazy dramatic. And I couldn't believe some of the things that happened in the house with some of the other personalities. So in that sense, I think about it, I go, wow, if that person was removed or that person was exchanged with someone else, what would the show have been? It would have been a completely different experience.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the fun of it. You know what I mean? Is you don't know what you're going to get really every day. You didn't know what we were going to be experiencing. So it was fun.
It's a roll of the dice, personality wise. And
Yeah.
again, it's such a pleasure to catch up with you after so many years of not seeing you. And
Yeah.
you have a movie coming out as well, Hot Bath and a Stiff Drink.
Yeah, I actually don't know when that's going to be released, to be honest. So I can't give any more details about that. But no, I've my whole life I've always just had so many things that I want to do and experience, and I always feel like, I mean, I'm 36 years old now. When I was 16 and filming Malcolm in the Middle, 22 years ago, I felt like I was running out of time. You know what I mean? As weird as that sounds. So over the last 10, 15 years since Malcolm ended, I've been doing everything I've ever dreamt of wanting to do. And I've been very fortunate to be able to do that. So now I can look back at all the things I've done and take, those experiences and take the good and bad and things and reflect on it. And I feel like it's made me such a better person who now gets an opportunity to be on this Real Life or film a movie or whatever it is. I'm racing cars next year and have a greater appreciation for being in the moment. And I don't know, I have a way more positive outlook on everything that I'm doing because of the things I've done over the last 15 years.
You sound so exuberant and ready to face any challenge. And that's great, Frank. It's just wonderful. Again, thank you so much for your time. By the way, your stint on The Rookie with my pal, Nathan Fillion, that was a lot of fun as well. So
awesome. Yeah. I like, I'm creepily, good at playing a crazy cult leader. Okay.
well, there you go. That might be the next film. Take care. And again,
thank you. Have a good one.
Surreal Life on VH1. And it's great catching up with you, my friend.
You too. You too.
Bye-bye.